But for the majority of us, we just missed the mark. We fell short. We don't know how to be submissive and quiet like you. Please teach us, because we're obviously doing something wrong, and these men are running from us.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? So you guys, today's video is something interesting. This is going to be my second video that I'm making concerning the passport bro situation. It has been on for a while now. If you don't know what the whole passport bro thing is, this is just a brief explanation.
These women will do everything in their power to not take responsibility. Like, literally will do everything in y'all power to not have to look inward and be like, am I the problem? So this is a new thing going around called passport bros. And what it basically is that men of means and who have status and options are no longer looking for women inside of the United States. They are going outside of the country to find girlfriends, wives, whatever. And there are women who are supremely upset about this and go online and bash them and call them abusers and predators and this, that, and the third. Have you ever wondered why these men are leaving? It's probably because of attitude like that. Instead of asking yourselves, like, why are they choosing to go outside of the country to look for a wife, or choosing to go outside of the country to look for a woman, when I'm like right here, you gotta ask, you don't ask yourselves, like, am I agreeable? Am I what a man like that, a man of means, status, wealth, power, am I something that he would want? Do I know what that kind of man even wants? How many podcasts, how many times are men gonna tell women that we don't want women who act like men before y'all just accept it and start acting like women? Men of means, men in positions of power, men of wealth, status, these passport bros, they want feminine women who are gonna be agreeable, who are gonna cook, clean, give them the yum yum when they want it, and who are not going to be a headache in their life. And in return, you know what those women get? They get that queen treatment. They're not being abused, and they go online, they tell these women this all the time, that they're not being abused. In fact, they're being elevated out of the situations that they're in, and they're happy about it.
If you want to see the first video that I made about the passport bro, I'm going to leave the link in the comment section. It's going to be pinned there. Just go and watch it. That was African women talking about the passport bros. Today's video is an Asian woman that came out to talk about the passport bros. I'm going to call her the passport bro whisperer, because apparently she seems to understand them, to understand men, and to understand what the passport bros want and why they are doing what they are doing. Let me play what she said.
I've been seeing a lot of this passport bros video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman. They go to places where women speak a little English, no education whatsoever. However, that's not the reason. The reason why men do that is because the women out there are loving, caring, nourishing, feminine, and the food like top notch. So it's like essentially what a man want. I'm Chinese, I'm from Hong Kong. We do shit on men a lot. We are bossy. However, we do been praising them when they're being an excellent man. Versus, I've seen a lots of women in America, they would be like, as he should. You see the difference? Like, that's just very ungrateful. Men are really easy to please. Just give him his time and space. Be his peace of mind instead of a headache when he come home. Respect him, appreciate him, let him lead, trust him, believe in him. I'm very traditional, and maybe some women are not like that and they don't like that, which is fine. Do whatever that works well for you. And what I've been doing has been working very, very well for me. That's why I'm just, sharing a little secret. It's so simple, but it seems like a lot of women don't understand that. Don't get me wrong, you can be an excellent woman and once in a while you still run into some assholes, right? So, again, go where you're respected. If it's not working out, leave and go where you're respected. And keep doing you. Be a good woman. You will find a man, for sure.
I actually think the way people view gender roles and relationships and marriages are definitely shaped by where you're born, where you find yourself, You know, there are just a lot of factors that shape the way you view these things. So speaking from the point of view of an African woman, I definitely see some things that she said that make sense. And of course, there's some things that I'm like, sis, are you sure? Anyway, let me just play people's reaction to what she had to say.
And do that is because the women out there are loving, caring, nourishing.
When I say foreign woman outside of America has set the bar so high for me and what I want in a wife, I'm telling you, American women cannot compete with those type of women. I don't know what it is about American women, if it's the water, the food, the air that's out here, but you guys act so entitled and just so ungrateful to men nowadays. Like, people forget to realize how much men really do for women. I really came to that realization the last date that I went on when I paid for the meal, because naturally I'm the man. It was my idea. I was going to pay for it. It was my idea to take her out on a date. And as I take my card out to pay for it, she's like, "Oh, as you should, King, period." And I'm like, I looked at her and I looked at the waiter. I paid for it. And let's just say that was the last time that woman has ever heard from me. A lot of the things that American women complain about doing for the man, foreign women outside of America do it without even thinking about it. And not only do they do it, but they do it with love, with feminine energy. Half of them look 10 times better than American women. They don't need these BBLs. They don't need these lip fillers. All that shit's natural. The only reason why I've yet to start a family is because I live in America. But speaking from experience with dealing with Mexican women in Mexico, Dominican women in Dominican Republic, Colombian women in Colombia, these women, they have this loving, this affectionate, they just have this energy about them that it's just attractive. You feel me? No man in this planet wants a woman that challenges him on everything, that doesn't listen, that wants to party, that wants to drink, that wants to smoke. Like, a lot of these foreign women, they simply don't care about that thing. You feel me? A lot of their goals is to start a family, is to be a good wife, is to, do all that good stuff. And it doesn't align with a man that wants a family. You feel me? A lot of American women simply challenge and just fight and just really complain and just, they're too much of a headache. You feel me? And it's not that we can't handle y'all. It's just we don't want to. You feel me? We ain't gonna put up with it.
Getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman.
Girl, please do not flatter yourself. Don't take it as a compliment that they are saying that you are their preference. Bragging that you're able to cook and clean and wash your ass. You should have learned all this stuff in primary school. Since when did basic survival skills become like wifey material? But anyways, American women are not mad that men who throw boxes at FedEx, work at Amazon warehouse, have a podcast with 1,000 followers, make $13 an hour, and is an aspiring rap artist, is going to the Philippines to find a wife. We do not care. Now, what we do care about is when they start talking and popping their mouth and being sassy, talking mess about black women, saying that we're ghetto, that we're not wifey material, that we're not submissive. When in actuality, they're just looking for a woman that they can control. And that's not going to see through the BS. Like women like you.
I've been seeing a lot of these passport bros.
This is my issue with the passport bros. A lot of the guys that consider themselves to be passport bros are usually these low value, low quality guys. They love to say that the women here in the US treat them like shit. Is that true? Yes. Why? Because they're low quality, they offer no utility to those women. Instead of trying to improve their value, what do? They go to these other countries, typically a third world country or a country with a low cost of living, anywhere in Latin America, Thailand, the Philippines, Indonesia, etc., where you can say that the women there are raised to be wives. That's great. The issue is that they are not there to be husbands. They are there to take advantage of that fact and run through as many women as they can because the American passport gives you automatic status there and is seen as the ticket out of that country. I've seen this firsthand when I've been to Mexico, Poland, Ukraine. If you don't believe me, look these guys up.
I've been seeing a lot of this passport bros video going around where American women are getting kind of...
And it's also a lot more than what she talked about, too. It's also like, one, the standards for men in America are a little different. Like, the good-looking women and the women that are a little more fit are being taken by the men that have the most money. It's like big bank, take a little bank, right? And what you'll see is outside of the country, you'll find a girl that's considered a 9 or a 10, and she doesn't have 1 million followers, and she is not being vetted by some type of millionaire, and she doesn't have everybody paying her rent, and her mindset is completely different, and she'll do all those things in which that that lady talked about in the video. So it's a lot more than just behavior. Although you can find girls like that with the right type of game and attitude and mindset. American women are really standoffish for no reason sometimes.
American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman.
American women here. American women are not upset that the passport bros are going to go overseas to find wives. American women are mad at the slanderous disrespect that the passport bros have toward American women. The reason why most of these passport bros are seeking some of you foreign women is because they do not meet the standards of American women. They have been discarded by American women. So most of them seek women abroad because some of you have much lower standards that they can meet. In the US, the percentage of lonely single men is on the rise. Dating opportunities for men are diminished as women raise their standards. Men represent about 62% of dating app users, lowering their chances for matches. Younger and middle-aged men are the loneliest they've been in generations, and it's probably going to get worse.
So why you want wives from Ukraine?
That's a great question, young lady. Caesar, why do you want a wife from Ukraine?
Because I try to get a wife in the United States, but nobody want me.
Great job, Caesar. When you're trying to seduce women, don't forget to tell them that they are your last option.
Let's just be very clear. Most of these passport bros do not have a choice in this matter. They have been completely discarded by American women, so they have no choice but to seek wives abroad. With American women being more educated than American men, American women starting more businesses, and single American women owning more homes than single American men, a lot of us American women do not need to marry for a better life or economic gain. Our standards tend to be a bit higher. A lot of these passport bros have been discarded because many of them are senior citizens who are mentally and emotionally damaged. They can no longer perform in the bedroom. They are not financially stable, and they just don't have anything to offer American women. So we are very happy that many of them are able to find wives in foreign women like you. I just want to caution some of you foreign women that when a man says that he wants a submissive woman, that's usually about control. And if you keep in mind, married immigrant women experience higher levels of physical and sexual abuse than unmarried immigrant women. Abusers often use their partner's immigration status as a tool of control. Also, 99% of all domestic violence includes financial abuse. Understand that many of these passport bros have been unwanted and discarded for very good reason. Be careful.
Go to places where women speak a little English, no education whatsoever.
So I'm seeing a lot of conversation about passport bros. And this is coming out from a lot of videos from women from first world countries who say that the reason why white men go to third world countries is because the women there are uneducated. And I agree that those comments are very discriminatory because we're a lot more educated than they think. But I think the passport bros phenomenon is harmful for both women and men. So the reason why it's bad for women, if you look at the reason why these men are leaving the first world, is because they don't want to deal with strong women. They want women who are considered more traditional. And what does that mean exactly? It might be about being more inclined to do housework, but it also leans more towards being more submissive. Because the women in first world countries are considered to be more strong, meaning that they are more likely to speak up about what they want. But our traditional women are more hiya. And don't disagree with me because we know that unreported domestic violence is a really big problem here. And these white men are trying to prey on that same vulnerability. But here's why it's also very detrimental for men. If you look at the commentary, a lot of the women are coming out saying that these white men have what the women want, which is for the most part financial stability, to be able to be provided for. Is it the only reason? I don't know. But would they have dated them otherwise? Probably not. Now, the biggest complaints that men's rights activists have is that men aren't valued in society, that they're only worth something if they have money. Now, the passport bros phenomenon further disenfranchises men in this country. because it further encourages women to think of men as just tools to get money. This phenomenon further rewards that behavior. Because what's going on is that those women are looking around and going, oh, these men don't earn enough money. And instead of going, oh, maybe the standard of money is unreasonable, they're able to look at these foreigners to fulfill that want in men. Those same men who didn't make the cut in the West, but because we are a poor nation, their dollars go so much farther. I think all around this phenomenon just really hurts us as people. And I don't think we should be okay with it.
Where American women are getting kind of upset that
when are we gonna escape this mentality? She said that these bros are not marrying foreign women because they speak little English or because they have a lack of education, but because they're more nourishing and more caring. You're describing a maid, a free lift and one for the rest of your life at that. And at the end of the video, she's like, oh, this is mutually beneficial, and if it doesn't work out for you, just leave. Leave where? With who? With what money? In a foreign country where you speak little English and have little education? Just do like a little more thinking, girl. Why do they want to marry women that can't speak the predominant language? Because they're easier to control. It's not as easy as you're saying. So stop misinforming people. Stop defending these lowlives who are preying on our sisters.
In this video, I'm not here to come and criticize the passport bros or to come and talk about African women and what they are in quote doing wrong, because I see a lot of that being said in my comment section, especially that of the last video that I made about passport bros. I've seen a lot of that in the comment section of any video that I come across that discusses this particular issue. I've heard all the arguments from both sides, so much so that I do not even want to insert myself in this. I personally feel that I'm not even qualified to speak on this because I've not been in that environment. Like, you guys know what it is you're seeing in the whole African American dating scenario, that you guys know what you're talking about. The only thing I can say is everybody should take accountability for their actions. And I'm speaking to both the men and to the women. Look deep and reflect on what you're doing and what the opposite sex is complaining about, and take accountability for wherever you need to improve on, and let this whole thing just be over with. I personally do not feel running away from your country to go to another country to look for, in quote, better quality of women is the solution. And I've said this before. That's just what I think. But then that's just my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. Please don't chew me out in the comment section. You guys let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like my kind of content. Also turn on notifications so that YouTube lets you guys know whenever I drop a new video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.